Ladies and gentlemen, they think you're quiet because you're weak. They think your silence means you're scared. Good. Let them. Because while they're busy talking, you're busy planning. While they're bragging, you're building. While they fight loud, you move smart. This isn't about revenge.
This is about results. And when the smoke clears, it won't be the loudest who wins. It'll be the one who stayed calm, stayed focused, and fooled everyone. Welcome to the beginning of your transformation. This isn't about proving them wrong with your words.
It's about proving them wrong with your wins. You're going to learn something powerful today. Silence is not surrender. It's strategy. While the world expects you to react, you're going to evolve. While they provoke you, you're going to grow. In power, in discipline, in resilience. Quietly, relentlessly. Because the most dangerous person in the room isn't the one yelling, it's the one calculating. The world teaches us to clap back, to shout louder, to show them. But here's the truth. Most battles aren't won by noise. They're won by preparation, by patience, by precision. If you're out here trying to fight every battle, you'll exhaust yourself before you even reach your purpose. You've got to be smarter than that. This is about playing the long game. You want to shock them? Don't scream. Succeed. Let them doubt you. Let them mock you. Let them think you're not a threat. Because every second they underestimate you is a second you use to upgrade your grind. That's where your power lives, in the shadows, in the discipline, in the silence they never saw coming. You want to be unstoppable? Then be unpredictable. We want to be unpredictable. That means you keep your head down and your standards high. You wake up early. You outwork, outlast, and outthink everyone in the room. And you don't need applause. You don't need to announce what's coming. You just deliver results that nobody saw coming. The greats don't waste energy trying to prove themselves to people who aren't on their level. They know energy is precious, and they guard it. They use it where it counts, in their vision, in their execution, in the moments nobody sees. So, the next time someone pushes your buttons, remember, you're not here to play checkers. You're playing chess. You don't fight back, you outthink. You don't shout, you show up. You don't chase validation, you chase excellence. Because when the world's watching for noise, you strike with results. Lem, think you're losing. While you're building power, there's something powerful about being overlooked, about being underestimated. While the world's eyes are on someone else, you're in the dark, crafting something unstoppable. That's when real transformation happens. Not when everyone's watching, but when no one's paying attention. See, most people crave validation. They want to be seen, heard, praised, but not you. You're different. You've chosen progress over applause. You've chosen discipline over drama. While everyone else is out there chasing clout, you're chasing growth, chasing results, chasing legacy. Let them think you're losing. Let them think you've disappeared. They'll stop watching. They'll stop worrying. And that's when your power multiplies. While they rest, you rise. While they party, you build. While they waste time proving their worth with words, you become undeniable through action. Because when your habits are strong, your vision becomes unstoppable. And when you're focused on execution, the noise becomes irrelevant. Never forget this. The loudest in the room is rarely the strongest. The ones who win big are the ones who move in silence, who let their actions do the screaming. You don't need revenge. You don't need validation. All you need is consistency, and time will expose the truth. They may laugh now. They may call you crazy, obsessed, antisocial. Good. That means you're doing it right. That means you're so locked in that you're becoming a threat. Because one day, maybe not today, maybe not next week, but one day, your results will walk into the room and silence every voice that ever doubted you. Not because you fought them, but because you fooled them. You let them talk while you built. And when you rise alone, without excuses, without drama, without noise. So stay focused, stay silent, and let the work speak.
Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. In a world addicted to attention, silence is the ultimate power move. When someone insults you, they expect a reaction. When they mock your ambition, they're trying to provoke you. Why? Because they want to distract you, derail you, throw you off your grind. But when you respond with silence, with focus, you do something dangerous. You refuse to play their game. You're not here to clap back. You're not here to argue. You're here to win. While they're busy throwing shade, you're building your next win in the shadows. Wow. So, you're becoming so good that their words can't touch you. You're stacking skills, sharpening your mindset, perfecting your craft. Not for likes, not for followers, for results. And results don't lie. Every minute you stay quiet and grind, you're investing in your future self. The one who walks into rooms and doesn't need to say a word because the results announce your presence. You don't need a spotlight to grow. You need time, pressure, discipline. Like a diamond buried deep underground, you don't shine at the start. You develop under pressure, quietly, relentlessly. Let them think you gave up. Let them think you fell off. Let them underestimate you. Because here's the truth. The best revenge is becoming so successful, they don't even recognize you anymore. You don't owe explanations. You owe yourself execution. You don't owe clapbacks. You owe yourself greatness. And you don't need to fight back because your future self is doing the talking. Keep moving in silence. Keep showing up. Keep feeding the grind. Because when your moment comes, and it will, they won't see it coming. They'll say you got lucky, that it was overnight, but you'll know the truth. You fooled them, and now you're winning. Master the art of playing dumb while playing chess. Let them underestimate you. Let them think you're clueless, soft, average. Because while they're underestimating you, you're moving pieces they don't even see. That's real power. You see, the people who brag the most are often the ones doing the least. But the ones you've got to watch out for, the quiet ones, the ones who say less and do more, the ones who don't waste time proving themselves to the wrong audience. I remember one jumper. The ones who don't shout because they're too busy strategizing. Don't be the loudest. Be the smartest. You're not in a popularity contest. You're in a war for your future. Let everyone else chase recognition. Let them race to post their half-finished dreams for validation. You're too focused for that. Too committed. Too dialed in. You're playing the long game, and that means you don't need them to know your next move, or your plan, or even your intention. Your silence isn't cowardice. It's chess. Your humility isn't weakness. It's disguise. Your lack of response isn't surrender. It's strategy. When someone challenges you, don't respond with ego. Respond with results. When they expect noise, hit them with success. That's how you fool them, without lifting a finger. That's how you walk right past them while they're still laughing. You don't need to prove them wrong today. You just need to keep moving. Keep working. Keep showing up while they watch the wrong people. Because when you master the art of keeping quiet, staying focused, and outworking everyone in the room, you become dangerous. People will try to rattle you, knock you off your mission, you say. They'll throw shade. They'll doubt you. They'll say you're not built for it. Good. That means you're doing something they're afraid to do, betting on yourself quietly. Because you don't need to fight back. You just need to stay calm, stay quiet, and keep your chessboard in motion. And when you win, and you will, you won't need to say a thing. Your discipline will be the headline. Your results will be the punchline. Your success will be the mic drop. Stay focused, stay calculated, and keep making moves in silence. Outwork their doubt without ever saying a word. Here's the text in phonetic spelling to make it easier for a text-to-speech model to pronounce. Let them guess. Let them doubt. Your job is not to argue with the noise. Your job is to outwork it, outlast it, outsmart it. They talk, you train. They scroll, you study. They party, you prep. That's the separation. You don't beat hate with hate. You beat it with discipline. You don't beat doubters with debates. You beat them with execution. You don't beat noise with noise. You beat it with next-level focus. You stand up to the proper ball at the right time and never fight a day. The moment you stop caring what they think is the moment you free yourself to operate at a level most people can't even imagine. That's where transformation happens, in that invisible zone where you're doing the work no one sees, no one praises, and no one understands. But you're doing it anyway, because you know where you're going. You're not just working, you're preparing. You're preparing to walk into rooms they said you'd never enter. You're preparing to break barriers they swore would hold you back. You're preparing to prove them wrong in the loudest way possible, with success. Let your actions handle your enemies. Let your grind deal with the disrespect. Let your consistency tear down their assumptions, brick by brick. You are becoming the version of you that they never saw coming, and they still won't because you're not showing your cards. You're just building the whole damn deck. No more proving, just improving. No more reacting, just rising. No more fighting back, just dominating. Quietly. This is the long haul. This is the blueprint for winners. You don't just train your body, you train your emotions, your focus, your inner game.
And when it's all said and done, when the smoke clears and the doubters have run out of things to say, it'll be you, standing there, undefeated, unbothered, and unapologetically successful. So, remember, don't fight back. Fool them.
Fool them by becoming everything they said you couldn't, without ever opening your mouth. Let the results do the talking. There's a rare kind of power that comes from silence.
A type of strength most people never tap into because they're too busy trying to be seen, trying to be heard, trying to respond to every insult, every critic, every ounce of doubt. But here's the truth. Powerful people don't chase applause. They chase progress. You don't need a microphone.
You need momentum. You don't need recognition. You need results. While others are spending their days defending their name, you're building one. While they waste time posting about their grind, you're grinding for real. And while they're busy seeking approval, you're busy stacking wins.
You want to shut the world up? Outgrow it. That's how you fool them. When people count you out, when they say you're not ready, don't explain. Train harder. When they say you can't do it, don't defend. Live your lifestyle. Let your lifestyle be the proof. Let your lifestyle be the proof. Let your habits be the testimony. Let your results be the knockout punch they never saw coming. Because here's the beautiful irony. They'll forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel when they saw your success.
That's the blueprint. Wake up earlier than them. Work deeper than them. Stay calmer. Move smarter. And execute relentlessly. You don't respond with emotion. You respond with excellence. Because in the end, all those who said you'd fail, they'll still be watching, still talking, still doubting. And you'll be so far ahead, they won't even matter anymore. You'll be the quiet one that never fought back, never clapped back, never stooped low. You just rose so high, their words couldn't reach you anymore. That's real power. That's real revenge. That's how champions play the long game. You don't need validation. You don't need sympathy. You don't need to explain your silence. Because every early morning, every late night, every rep, every sacrifice, it's all leading to that moment when the whole world has no choice but to look up and say, damn, they did it. Without excuses, without noise, without a fight. Just consistent, undeniable results. Control the game by controlling yourself. In a world that's loud, reactive, and addicted to drama, the real flex is discipline. Not showing up to every argument. Not defending your ego. Not losing focus because someone doubted you. The real power is in your ability to stay unshakable when everything around you is trying to break your composure. You want to fool them? Master your emotions. Because while they're watching for your reaction, you're busy building your next move. While they throw shade, you're planting seeds.
While they gossip, you're grinding. While they celebrate too early, you're plotting your legacy. And when it all unfolds, they'll realize they were never your enemy. They were your fuel, your fire, your reminder of what happens when you bet against someone with relentless self-control.
Think about this. Lions don't flinch at barking dogs. Giants don't argue with ants. Winners don't need to prove. They just need to produce. You want to get ahead? You have to stop wasting energy on things that don't matter. The clapbacks, the comparisons, the critics, they're distractions in disguise. They pull you into their game. They bait you into their level. But when you refuse to react, you rewrite the rules. You control the board. You choose the tempo.
And they're left watching, wondering, whispering, while you're executing. Let them think you're done. Let them believe you're broken. Let them underestimate the silent one in the corner, the one they laughed at, doubted, dismissed. Because that's when the trap is set. That's when your rise becomes undeniable. That's when you hit the world with results so powerful, they echo louder than any argument ever could. Remember, you're not here to win fights. You're here to win forever. And that's the mindset that separates the elite from the average. Glow. Ooh. Composure over chaos. Execution over ego. Discipline over drama. You're not hiding. You're calculating. You're building. And when the time comes, you won't have to say a word, because the grind will speak so loud, it'll silence every voice that ever tried to tear you down. That's how you fool them. Not with noise, with domination. Let the silence be your statement. This is the hour where everything clicks. The truth becomes undeniable. The world doesn't respond to noise. It responds to results. You've made it this far because you chose strategy over emotion, focus over validation, and the long game over quick wins. You stopped chasing arguments and started chasing your purpose. You know what's tired to do. And in doing so, you became unstoppable. Because here's the real truth. They never saw you coming. They never expected the quiet one to become the king. They never expected the worker in the shadows to outshine the stars. That's what happens when you don't fight back. You rise back. You elevate. You evolve. You move so silently, they don't notice until you're standing on the top and all they can do is ask, how? And your answer? I didn't argue. I built. I didn't shout. I showed up. I didn't clap back. I cashed in. You didn't waste a single ounce of your power proving anything to the world. You funneled it into your craft. You discipline, your consistency. You starved your distractions. You ignored their noise. And now the results are too loud to ignore. The ones who mocked you, they're watching. The ones who doubted you, they're studying. The ones who left you out, now they want in. But it's too late. Because this wasn't revenge. It was redemption. And the redemption wasn't about them. It was about you becoming everything they said you couldn't be. You didn't get here by accident. You got here because you stayed quiet and moved with intention. You learned to weaponize patience. You let your struggle sharpen your edge. You understood that emotional outbursts are for amateurs. But long-term legacy, that's built by those who control their storm. So what now? Now you keep going. You multiply what you built. You double down on your habits. You surround yourself with silence, not noise, with hunger, not hype. You fool them every day by showing up with that same intensity they thought
would fade. You grind with the same fire that started this journey. And when they try to trigger you, you smile because you've already won. Love. This is your era. Not because you screamed the loudest, but because you moved the smartest. And remember this every time you want to react. A lion doesn't roar to prove itself. A lion just wins. So walk in silence, work in silence, dominate in silence. And when they least expect it, let the silence become your victory speech. If this speech lit a fire in your soul, don't just feel inspired. Act on it. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the Power Path and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of this grind. And if you know someone out there who's battling their own silent war, share this video. Remind them that they don't need to fight back. They just need to outwork, outsmart, and outlast. This isn't the end, it's the beginning of your dominance. Now go. Let your results talk.